What's up with it? It's a rainy, stormy night right now, man. It is raining hard. It is raining hard on a boulevard. Boy, you start talking about incels, and motherfuckers start kicking in doors, man. Well, what you say about incel demand? I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, don't be a doomer, man. There is hope. And that hope is change, man. Look, I stopped drinking every single night. And my face is already starting to look better. Um, I'm starting to lose weight all of a sudden. Like, I don't already dropped about like 3 or 4 pounds already just in 1 week. Not drinking so much, man, because it's not doing anything. What's up with it? I appreciate it, Sean Breezy, man. Sean Breezy in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing nothing, man. All this coping and stuff, man. I just think like once you change stuff, man, things start happening for you, man. You know? All this goddamn rain out here, man. You know? The parking lot is already flooded already. So with it. Yeah, yeah. When you disrespect the incel code, they kick in doors, man. Hey, man, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, bro. I've been like out here without a girlfriend for 8 years, man. So I know how it feels, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I true force loneliness or whatever? No, because I can go get me a woman that's less desirable, man. And you feel me? Oh shit! He had to go through that big ass puddle. Holy cow! Wow, the parking lot is full of water, bro. There's flooding here. Yeah, they get mad, man. They start kicking in doors, man. You know what I'm saying? What you say? I can't believe it. And then they start trolling you and stuff. They start trolling you. You know? I'm like, bruh, all I want is motherfuckers to get out of this situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want motherfuckers to stay in this situation for the remaining years of their life. One incel guy came around my channel and told me that he been like single for 30 years, man. Or 27 years, my bad. And I'm like, God damn, bro, like in that little portion of time you could have like went to school and did better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a doomer all the time. You could have did something with yourself, man. That's all I try to encourage, man, is change, man. And I'm not going back to drinking every single night. Those years are done. Now it's once every 2 days, and I got to be careful because I'm drinking as much as I did when I was drinking almost every night now, and it started to hit me harder now. As you can see, was it last night? I was drunk as fuck because I've been taking time off from drinking, and my tolerance for alcohol is weakening. You feel what I'm saying? So now I gotta drink less now. Instead of drinking 6 shots, I gotta drink 4 now. That'll be my, you know what I'm saying, my limit now. Cause I didn't suppose I had them last 2, and them last 2 put me on my ass, boy. So I'm starting to become a lightweight and shit now because I ain't drinking like I used to. Hey, I want to live a little bit longer, all right? I got dreams and goals and I got passion, you know? You know, he told me he should grow his hat out. That nigga replied and said, "What for? What?" I don't know, man. I mean, if you think that would help him, I don't know. He got a sub 5 face, man. You know. It's just, man, the parents, you gotta be picky and choosy who you be laying down with. Like my mom, she rejected John because John was sub 5, man. You know, my mother's ex-fiance, when she was alive and she was with John, he had a sub 5 face and he was balding. You know. You know what I'm saying? And she rejected him. She didn't like him because of his looks. She told us, man, after she broke up with the guy, she broke the engagement off and everything and said, I didn't like John. I didn't like John. He just wasn't attractive. But I liked his money. She liked that Crab Louie every single Friday that he was hooking her up with. I mean, real crab, bro. Crab Louie. And she had me in there fixing it for her, man. She had me in there chopping up the onions, put the mayo, put the crab on top of the lettuce, and then the mayo on top of the crab, and chop up some onions, put the rest of the green onions on the side, and bring it in there to her, man. And she would tear that crab shit up, you know. But when it came to like being intimate with the guy, she would shy away. She would use the religion as that we can't sleep together until we're married, and they never got married. Yeah. But the man made a decent money, man, at the time. You know, at the time, he had money, man. You know. What's up with it? What's up with it, Beetle? But, you know, his money is what got the honey, man. If John wasn't making 3 or 4 racks, $3,000 or $4,000 a week or a month, I think it was per week, he was making 3 or 4 racks per week. That was a lot of money back in the 90s, man. You making $3,000 or $4,000 a week, man. So he was able to give her a Crab Louie every single goddamn Friday, bro. Took her, man. Took her to the market. Got Crab Louie every single fucking goddamn Friday. Crab, nigga, real crab. You feel what I'm saying? So I say, man, don't be a doomer. Don't be a guy that's out here, don't want to change, man. And when you look at change, you know, some people are scared of it, man. They're like, man, I got to give up something to get something. Yeah. Like, man, I had to give up drinking so I could lose weight and look better in the face. I had to. I couldn't keep both of them and having my cake and eat it too, man. You know what I'm saying? And 2 days went by, I didn't drink anything right, and I noticed my face was more attractive. I was like, oh shit, Kelcat looks is coming back. You eat it from the back. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was like, oh, okay, we need to leave that alcohol alone, man. It ain't worth like fucking up your looks over, man, and Got bags on your goddamn eyes from drinking. Just trying to cope with it all. It's like, nah, it's making things worse. I hope you know coping makes things worse. When you think about coping, what do you think about? Video games, alcohol, drugs. Is that going to make anything better? No. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it's not going to make stuff better. It'll make things worse. Make my situation worse by making myself look worse in the face. You know what I'm saying? And then our body feels good, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know, my body looking good. I'm starting to lean up now. You know, my six pack is coming in, man. Slowly but surely, bro. You feel me? You know. So it's a slow process. I think I'm on the way, bro. I'm on the way to stopping, you know. Every now and then we'll stop in and get a few drinks, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gotta take time off, you know. You can't drink every single night. You just all that coping is making things worse. Think about it, bro. Coping, okay? Remember I told you, drinking, excessive drinking, playing video games. That's a cope within itself. You know, all the stuff that Team Secede was probably doing. Did coping help him? Nah. It made him act a fool in public, get drunk, you know, started clowning people, you know, almost got killed by the cops. Talking about, shoot my monkey ass, man. Shoot my monkey ass. I'm like, bruh. Like, you trying to end it all, man, real quick. You know? You know? So I had to slow that shit down, bro. I'm not going to drink tonight, and I'm not going to drink tomorrow night. I say I'll wait until the weekend or something. Maybe Thursday. Today's Monday, right? I guess. You know, maybe Wednesday, you know? I'll have something. Give your body a rest, some time to recover, and then you go out and have a drink, you know? I didn't have much for dinner. I didn't have much for dinner tonight, man. I had a little bit, man, but you know, that's about it. Just a little bit. You know. And now my body already it feels better. I'm leaner. I'm starting to get leaner. Even one of my friends was saying, man, you're starting to lose some weight. And think about it, I only lost like 3 or 4 pounds, man. And even 3 or 4 pounds, you could tell a difference, man. Even 3 or 4 pounds, you could tell a difference. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, you can't do bad things and then try to do good things at the same time. You know, you can't like try to like you can't hold 2 doors open. You gotta hold one door open or the other door open. You see what I'm saying? You can't like try to hold both doors open. You gotta have either one door or the other door. But you can't be in 2 places at the same time. It's impossible. You can't. What they say, you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. You gotta give up something to get something. I know you don't want to give up video games. I know you don't want to give up like drinking, heavy drinking and shit. You know, but some of those things you got to give up in order to get the other things that you really want in life. You know. What's up with it? What's up with it, Jamie? Arab. We got Sean, Breezy. We got you know, what's up with it? You know, didn't even slip her panty. What the hell are you talking about? Eat my soda from the back. You know, it's like, man, you gotta understand that some of the stuff that we do, it could make things worse in our life. Like, if you notice when you're young and you're not getting a whole lot of women or you struggling, you got to use that time to better yourself in school or pursue a dream. You know, pursue the bag, pursue the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So while everybody else is out there chasing women and doing what they got to do, you know, you're out there striving to succeed. You feel what I'm saying? You out there, chasing the bag. And I remember I was watching this one incel cartoon, because I've been watching some of the incel cartoons. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of that shit is funny. Some of the shit is sad. You know what I'm saying? It's depressing. You feel what I'm saying? And one of the guys, I like that part in one of the cartoons I was watching. And one of the guys was like, "It's okay, bruh. They get the girls, but we'll get the grades and shit. Mean that they're gonna work hard in school and become stuff, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because we didn't have the luxury to get the Stacys and the Keishas and shit, bro. We don't have the luxury, and that's something that you really gotta understand. But some of the guys don't understand that. I didn't really understand that I couldn't afford to fail when I was younger, man. I was a kid, bro. I was in my 20s. I didn't think that, damn, if this music thing don't work out, is it really going to be an 8-year drought without a girlfriend? I'm not trying to put down incels and stuff, man. I ain't speaking against them. What I'm trying to say is, change things, man. And other things will start changing. Like me, I quit drinking so much, and now the change is starting to happen. I'm starting to lose weight. My face is becoming more attractive because I ain't drinking every single night. You feel what I'm saying? I'm starting to lean the fuck out. My workouts feel better. I got more flexibility in my workouts. I got more stamina in my workouts. You know what I'm saying? My body feels great. I ain't feeling like no goddamn stiff mule. You know what I'm saying? So I had to change it so that way I can get something that I want, that I really want, which is lower body fat percentage. Lower body fat percentage has always did it for me with the females, man. I always got more play with low body fat percentage with the females. So just my ass keep chunking up, and letting go of workouts, skipping workouts. Let's get out of here and let up a little bit. The rain let up. It didn't let up, it just... Because if I stay drinking my whole entire life, I won't be able to live to like 75. I'll die early, man. I don't want to do that. So I said I had to make a decision. Like, dude, you keep going and you drinking every single night, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be the end very soon, sooner than you think, And I realized, I was like, God damn, I ain't got a second chance in this life, huh? Nope. That's the questions I was answering in my head, bro. I was asking myself the question: do you have a second chance at this? No, you got one life to live. So do right, nigga, or you ain't gonna live that long. Especially when I get the bag, I want to have children. And how am I gonna be a father that's drunk all the time? You know what I'm saying? How am I focus on my numbers drunk all the time? Just self-sabotage everything.
Wait.
Just self-sabotage. Some of the stuff is our own doing, bro. You gotta admit that. to across this street. My face is already starting to look better. There's certain women I like, man, in that Starbucks, and I want to be more attractive in the face. You know? Throw this over here, man. Shit. God damn, man. I got too much stuff in my hand. Wow, look at that. Look at that flood, man. It's been raining non-stop for like 2 or 3 hours. I gotta hurry up and get to the spot. But first we gotta get some water though. But I gotta hurry up, man, cause I don't have an extra bag to put my sleeping bag in. I forgot to cover my bag up. You gotta hurry up and get some cover, man.
Wait.
You know? So I thought about it long term. I said, bro, you're gonna end up like running into some more health problems and shit. And then I gotta cut back on the Rockstar, because some of you guys are saying, Hellcat, careful with them Rockstars, you're gonna have heart problems in the future. So now tomorrow, I ain't gonna fuck with no Rockstar. You know, yeah, we gotta calm down off that every single day. Maybe like once every, matter of fact, I should quit drinking Rockstar, period. Shit. You know, it ain't good for you. You just work out on an empty stomach without a pre-workout. But the thing is, I can't fuck with the pre-workouts at the gym. That's too much caffeine for me. Maybe pre-workout with an apple or something. I got some caffeine in there. You know. You choose just regular carbs for a pre-workout. Just eat some carbs. You know. Don't have to be caffeine in it. Carbs give you energy. Okay, we're going to have to wait until this until this rain let up. And then we'll come back out again. It's about to let up. The rain about to let up too. Cause I was drinking almost every single night, bro. Like fucking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I might take one day off and then go back to drinking again. You know, my eyes is on the prize, man, in the future. You know what I mean? You know, my eyes on the prize. Stay healthier. You know. Shit. All this fucking rain. Man. Shit. Man, there's big ass puddles, man. Whew, man. Yeah, you think in your head, you're like, God damn it, my life ain't going the way I want it to go. You know, I really want my life to to get better. If I change some things, things will start to look better for me, you know? Damn, gotta go around. It's a big ass puddle right here, man. Big ass puddle. A big ass puddle. Oh man. Had to go around, baby. Had to go around. Oh man. Crazy, bro. I finally made it. And I'm not gonna never return back to heavy drinking ever again, bro. Like every now and then I stop in for something, you know what I'm saying? But not every night. And I can't get drunk, man. Like forget getting drunk. Just have a few. I got drunk accidentally last night because I didn't know my limit. I didn't know that. I mean, yes, I do. I forgot that you can't. You can't handle as much if you ain't been drinking on the regular. You know. You eat a handful. Eat everything from the back. Eat everything from the back. Everything from the back. You know? Okay, I gotta put my stuff over here. I don't know if they're gonna come around and do this. No, I can't put up here, it's too wet. I can't put my stuff over here. Buy some water and eat the water from the back. I read your comments. What the hell? The sweeper guy is here. We clean out the parking lot every now and then. That's why I say, man, change feels good sometimes. Actually, it does. It feels a lot better when you change. You like, yes, I'm finally getting the results I kind of really want. You know. You know. You know. I want to live longer, you know. Want to live longer, want to stay young as possible. And if I got to give up alcohol, or give up the heavy drinking, then I'll give it up if I want things to change now. Like that one chick, the heavy set chick, she's very young. She's very young, man. She's like she's like 22, man. She like early 20s, man. She's very young. You know, I don't know if we could be together long term. You know what I'm saying? You know. But I like the attention she gave me, though. She said hi to me, man. She got a friend. That's a Stacy, man. I seen her friend. You know, her friend is top tier and shit, man. You know. I think her friend is bad. She's around an 8, man. I forgot about her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's bad, man. Ooh. Those type of women I'm gonna be dating once I get the bag, man. Drinking is a cope. Yeah, it is, man. It's a cope, and it doesn't do anything but numb the situation. You just numbing everything. Yeah, you chasing the bag and everything, but you still numbing the situation, and it's not making anything. It's not making anything better, man. You gotta ask yourself: is drinking every night making things better? If not, don't do the shit, bro. It ain't making things better in your life. It's making things worse. Your health gonna start to deteriorate for no apparent reason. It's just like, no, I can't do it, man. You know. You know, my thing is, the reason why I've been really watching the incel videos is because I want to see what they talking about, and some of the stuff I can relate to, like struggle, getting a girlfriend. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? I can struggle. Man, look at the streets. It's all flooded, bro. Man. Yeah, I can relate to some of the stuff like getting a girlfriend. It's hard to get a girlfriend in a highly competitive date market. In this time and age, you really have to have your money together in this time and age. There's no time to be broke when it's super highly competitive to get a girlfriend, man. That means you gotta be on your shit, okay? If you wanna compete with other men, you gotta be on your shit like they on their shit. You feel what I'm saying? You can't compete with other men just doing nothing your whole entire life, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. You can't compete with other men when other men are focused on their studies, focusing going to Hollywood, becoming an actor, focusing on becoming an athlete. You can't compete with these niggas if they own their shit and you not. If you sitting at home, stuffing your face with junk food every single goddamn night, putting on all kinds of pounds, or drinking every single night, bro, that's not no discipline, man. They're disciplined. The guys who are making the money and they got their bread together, they've been disciplined. You feel what I'm saying? They've been out there chasing that bag while you've been coping at home, tripping out. You know? What dudes do? When they get out of high school, they go straight to college to compete against. Do when they enter playing sports and stuff, and they playing sports and all through high school and through college, they doing that to compete against you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers becoming, techies and stuff, educating themselves so they can compete with other men. Because you can't compete in this world, bro, if you don't have the discipline and the focus that you need, bro. I learned that at a later age, bro. If I knew that in my 20s, bro, I would have been got the bag. You know, I would have stopped chasing women. I would have stopped going to bars and clubs. I would have been nothing but be about that bag. I wouldn't even been at no bar, no club or nothing. When I used to go to music, when I used to do beats and stuff, and be in the studio making music and tracks, after what I would do after the studio, go straight to the bar. You know, wrap up around 9 o'clock, go straight to the bar and party and chase bitches. Throughout my whole entire 20s, bro, it was nothing. Everything was about chasing hoes, bro. It was nothing about the bag. Well, actually, it was sort of, kind of. But again, like I said, I tried. I can't eat bitches. You know, you know, you know, you know. I can't do both. You gotta give up one to get the other, man. You want to look lean and stuff, you gotta give up the heavy drinking. It's not worth it. You're looking for the prize, man. The prize is gonna be more attention from females. You know, that's the prize. Drinking is gonna keep that fat on you, bro. And you're not gonna look lean. You're gonna look just you working out and everything, trying to heavy drink and then go work out the next day. It's not gonna work. You know, you gotta give up some of them carbs. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat as many carbs like you want to. You know, you gotta be limited with the carbs and stuff. You can't just pig out and just hunk and just tear shit up. Like, nope, can't do that. Okay, the rain let up. We can go get some water and shit. I gotta take a piss. I have plenty of water, bro. And I'm gonna get an Alka-Seltzer Plus because I'm still fighting this allergy season cold. You know. Who's Are you asking me that? You're gonna be tall, athletic. You know what I'm talking about. Long hair. You know what I'm saying? She gotta be athletic, man. I can't be with a woman that's overweight. Let's say I got the bag. Okay, then I'm gonna be picky and choosy. I'm gonna be messing with females who got a long legs and an athletic build, bro. The legs gotta be long. Them legs gotta be long, man. They can't be short. You know what I'm saying? And she gotta be already involved in the gym. You know, she can't be a heavy drinker. I passed that day up. I'll never go back to heavy drinking again. Now, you might see me have a drink every now and then. Yeah, we're gonna do that. But not every night. Not every night. We gotta hurry up, man. Nah, it's gonna clear up, man. We don't need the trip. You feel me? And, you know, before we get serious, I gotta see her moms. And see, who the future is gonna be. You know. 'Cause I'm about to settle down, man. Eventually in the future I will. Oh, shit. You know. Ooh, I gotta take a piss though before we go in the store, man. I gotta piss like a racehorse, yo. You feel me? I can't hold it no more. Nature calls, man. Nature calls. And the thing is, I want to have children and then see my kids grow up. You know, at least get to live to see my kids grow up. You feel what I'm saying? To raise them, you know, live long enough to raise my kids. You feel me? You know, live long enough and then I could pass on to the next life, because we all know, and we ain't living forever anyway. I always think about my death all the time, man. Like in the future. I'm like, God damn, one day I gotta die because my body's aging and I'm seeing changes and shit. And I'm like, oh damn, these are signs that, bro, you got a limited amount of time on Earth, baby. You know, arthritis and all that other shit. Early signs of arthritis. Whew. Man. Oh. The ideal girl gonna be dark skin or chocolate. I prefer chocolate, man. You know, a chocolate colored skin girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, she gotta have long legs though. You feel me? You guys know I still like black women. I might talk shit about black women every now and then, but if I would want to procreate with a woman, it's got to be with a black woman, because I got to conserve my genes. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, man. You know? I kind of want my kid to kind of look like me, you know? You feel me? You know? That's just my that's just my, I gotta step over these puddles, man. Let me zip my jacket up, bro. Man, that was a storm for real. It's cold out here. Because we're talking about long-term commitment, man. You feel me? Raising kids and stuff. When I see people, you know, they try to date outside their culture and stuff, a lot of the relationships, they be failing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to understand each other. The only way it could work if one of them try to be part of your culture. You know, like if she wants to be black, you know, that's the only way it can kind of work. Other than that, it's not gonna go very far. Yeah, we can have sex, we could, you know, bust nuts, but in the long term, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. I like non-black women. I love them, you know, but it's just like when it comes to babies and stuff, man, I gotta be with a black woman. I'm sorry, man. You know. I don't want to deal with the family members. Like, they might not like me because I'm brown. It's a more difficult. It's a more difficult path, man. You know. So that's how I think about it, and my thing is, I gotta stay on this paper chase, or I'm gonna be a loser for the rest of my life, man. I don't want to be a loser for the rest of my life, man. What's up, boss? Good.
They feel let into their lives. That's really the case for the show. On and off camera, it's fairly meta. It almost makes the sitcom even more believable. Desi Jr. experiences a lifetime of being confused when Ricky through the show.
They took me in as their own child and introduced me to their children, Lucy Jr. and Desi Jr., who I became really good friends with as a kid and grew up together. There's always that dynamic of people getting us mixed up. I think in Desi's mind, it was very hard. He wanted to do what I did.
After the first episode, they are running. The show is just so untouchable. They're at the top of the world.
Something else I forgot to get.
Joe McCarthy shows up on the scene.
How much?
Here, Judy, please.
You can't make good motion pictures in an atmosphere of fear.
Television gets accused of being a communist in the height of the McCarthy era.
This was in the middle of the night.
And have a nice evening.
Oh yeah, give me 3 chances on. 3 chances.
Can you run it?
That's the way her life works, right? Like every time this time is the thing that could genuinely end her. All this still
You done?
Where you, boss?
And put hundreds of people out of work and ruin everything that they've worked for.
Mopping is hard work. Have you tried a Swiffer Power Mop? It has an instant solution that breaks down dirt on that.
Have a good night, boss. So, all right, you feel me? So it's like this, man. You want things to change in your life, you gotta give up something, Some people don't want to give up watching extra TV. Some people don't want to give up video games. Video games is a is a cope too. Is video games helping your life? No. I say you shouldn't be playing those video games until you make your dream come true. You know, then once you cross the finish line, making your dream come true, then you can play all the video games you want. But by that time, you'll still have discipline with video games. Shit, no more than 3 hours. After 3 hour play, get off of it. Go do something else. Limit yourself to 3 hour gameplay. Put a timer on. Okay, 3 hours. I'm gonna play some Fallout for about 3 hours. And then that's it. Or if you in retirement mode, you can play video games all day long. Like if I move to like Thailand, or if I move to like Africa, or the Philippines to retire, wherever I want to go, I could play video games all day long. You feel me? If I move to Kenya and retire for the rest of my life, you know, what's up, man? That was good, man. That was some good stuff. Good sushi, man. Yeah, man, that was good. And he gave me some sushi, man, the other night, man. You know, I tore it up. I think it was a California roll. You know what I'm saying? From a top tier sushi restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, it's all about that bag at this point. For a lot of cats don't understand that, man. And then again, it goes back to the home, man. I keep telling you guys, your mother and father didn't train you right from birth. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get you ready for the outside world. You know, you didn't have a strict and disciplined father that was hard on you. You know? And show up to your school when you ain't doing good, man. And show up to your school when you're doing good. Because my mother, she could care less about my grades, man. She just wanted me to go to school and get out of the house. That's all she wanted me to do. You feel what I'm saying? If you had more kind and loving parents, you wouldn't be in your situation right now, that you're in right now. You would have better training, man. My thing is finishing things. You feel what I'm saying? When you start something, you gotta finish it. Michael Jordan, he just to start basketball, he finished it. He kept playing until he couldn't play no more. He kept playing until he got over 40, man, and then he retired. Legs ain't working like they used to. He played for many years too, man. You know what I'm saying? The game retired him, you feel me? You know? But he was hard on himself, though. That's what cats go wrong, man, not being hard on yourself, not being strict, not living a disciplined life, man. When I look at Bruce Lee and some of my other, you know, heroes, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Michael J. White. Remember when Michael J. White played Spawn, you know, and he played Bone, Blood and Bone, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're my superheroes. They're at an older age and they still living a more disciplined life. They eating right, they eating all the vegetables and stuff like that for their body to live longer and be stronger. You know, Bolo, he gonna live to be 90, bro. The way he eats, you know what I'm saying? That's number one, man. Once I get off the street, I'm gonna clean up my diet completely. I'm gonna cook all my foods. I'm gonna eat very clean for about a couple of months. But one like a cheat meal per week, you know, and just eat nothing but peas, carrots, vegetables, rice, chicken, lean steak, lean beef, and collard greens. You know what I'm saying? You know, just eat nothing but just straight up diet, like a straight up just I want to live forever type of diet with carrots and peas and stuff with every single meal. You know what I'm saying? You know, change feels good because you're heading in the right direction, man. You know what I'm saying? You are heading in the right direction. You know? And Bruce Lee was a Chad? Not really. He was close though. I give him a 7, man. You know, he wasn't no 8, 9, or a 10. He was close, but not that close. They tried to call Jackie Chan the next Bruce Lee. He was like, "What? I'm not that handsome." He's like, "No, I'm not the next Bruce Lee. I'm not that handsome." You feel what I'm saying? But these people live disciplined lives, and look how their life turned out. When you're disciplined, your life turned out the way you want it to turn out. When you're undisciplined, your life turned out to be shit. I checked out Bruce Lee's diet, man. He ate noodles, veggies, all the time. He ate a lot of veggies, man. That's why he was so ripped and so cut. All that discipline pay off, man. Imagine if Bruce Lee became an alcoholic, bro. They would kick him off set. They were like, "Wait a minute, where the Bruce Lee at that had all the shreds? We want him." you know. Where the Bruce Lee at that had all the shreds? This Bruce Lee got a pot belly. We need to get another Bruce Lee out here, bro. you know. He had a good diet, and that's why he was so shredded, man. That's why he looked at real cut up and lean and Enter the Dragon. You know what I'm saying? That fucking discipline is a motherfucker. And it shows, man, too. When you're disciplined. And it shows when you're not disciplined. It shows in your body that you got discipline. And then when you're disciplined, things start going your way. You be like, "Hey, you know, things are starting to go my way now." I ain't living in no goddamn no hut. You know, telling myself that I need to end this shit. Cause it's like, man, I listen to some of them black pill videos, man. I'm like, "Ah, damn, them motherfuckers are depressing." They're talking about suicide and jumping off of buildings, jumping off of planes. I just threw that in there. They didn't say that. But, you know, they talking about jumping off of everything and ending it all. Like, bro, you can't do that. You got a lot of life to live, man. I think there was one guy who committed suicide. He was a YouTuber. His name was Renegade One. He died. He was certified. You know? You could tell Renegade One was really jacked though, man. Like he not jacked buff. I'm talking about jacked up. Like he was like he had a very like skinny face, a very narrow jaw. You know what I'm saying? And he was very depressed about how he looked. He just wasn't happy about being alive and being sub 5. Man, when you get your bread right, man, you'll understand what it is to be alive. Matter of fact, your money will make you look like a Tyrone or a Chad. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you dating Stacy's and shit. But if a man ain't got no discipline, I'm gonna say this again, man, because I'm gonna end this live in a minute. Right now, we're at what, 83%? Yeah, we gotta end this live soon. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost bedtime. If a man is not disciplined, he won't get nowhere in life. You will be running on that hamster wheel for the rest of your life until you start changing stuff. Look at me, bro. My face is looking better. I'm leaning out. Tomorrow we're gonna work out early. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a gang of sit-ups because I want my 6-pack back. You know, I was disciplined when I was in capoeira class, bro. I had the most leanest body in there. Man, I had all kinds of shreds, bro. I want my six-pack back. You know? And then when I left Copper Weather, I became undisciplined. You feel what I'm saying? So it's time to get some of that discipline back. You feel me? I want some vegetables tomorrow. I'm hungry for some broccoli and some beef. You know, beef and broccoli and rice. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I know something. I'm more like depressed when I'm undisciplined. When I'm disciplined, I feel better about myself now. You know what I'm saying? When I start seeing results, that's when I start feeling happy about myself. Like, all right, I'm leaning up. Oh, I'm getting little Seven's attention again. Oh shit, watch out. I think the reason why little Seven stopped fucking with me because I put on a little bit more weight. But when I was leaning up, she was looking my way. So I want things to go my fucking way, bro. I want to attract women. So you start thinking like, damn, what do I gotta give up to attract women my way, man? Because I don't want to die old alone. But some people, don't get me wrong, there's dudes who are sub-5, they can't do nothing about their looks. Like me, I could do something about it. You know, looks backs, and that'll be for me, you know. But some guys, it don't matter how they looks match, it's just like they got terrible genetics in the face. So money is the only answer for them. But for me, man, well, I mean, when it comes to getting Stacy's and Keisha's, money is it's the only answer for everybody, bro, except Chad and Tyrone. They're the only ones who don't have to have money for Stacy's and Keisha's. You know what I'm saying? But like I can lean up and look decent, man. You know what I'm saying, and get something. You feel me? But if I'm undisciplined, things are not gonna go my way. I'm gonna always be upset and be mad. You know. But the only thing I am disciplined about is chasing the bag. Now, keeping my weight under control, I haven't been disciplined with that. But I have been working out, even though I've been over drinking in the past. I just let that shit go. But can't do it. You can't do both. You can't over drink and then work out the next day. It's not gonna work. I find myself like running on the hamster wheel, like, hold on, bro, I ain't making no gains. What's up? What's up with it, man? And now I'm starting to walk like a buff person, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to walk like a bulldog almost. You feel what I'm saying? Because my muscles are actually building. Alcohol knocks them down. So if you're drinking every single night and then going to the gym, you're basically running on the hamster wheel. You're not giving your muscles to build, man. So I'm walking around with my chest out, man. My wings are starting to grow. You know, my chest is more solid instead of softer. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the muscle grow, and everything is tensing up, everything is tightening up and everything. So, yeah, like I said, man, if a man's not disciplined, he don't get no results. He's just not gonna see it. You can forget about that. You know. You need to cut down on the 7-Eleven pieces. That's my once a week fix, man. What you talking about? I ain't gonna let that go. What you talking about? That's my cheat meal once a week, bro. I only go there once a week. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You know? Yeah, like several years ago. Yeah, I am. I'm going back to eating healthy, bro. I'm gonna stay like that this time. I ain't gonna switch it up no more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get my pizza fixed once a week, man. There's only 2 slices of pizza, bro. Come on now. I ain't gonna let that go. But I'll let everything else go, like the heavy drinking and shit like that. I'm gonna let that go. You know? Exactly, KLK. He must be smoking. I'm like, that's my pizza fix. I go once a week. What you talking about? Like in the beginning of the week, I go get me a pizza fix. Gotta go get me a pizza fix. Just one. That's it. I remember at one point I was eating pizza back to back, back to back, eating the pizza from the back. You know, I was eating it like two or 3 days in a row and shit. No, not no more. I'm liking these results, man. Too much. I'm liking these results. You know. I'm just scared. My thing is, man, when everything else is said and done, man, I'm scared of being old and alone. I'm just scared of it. Petrifies me most to be by myself, you know, old and alone, you know, without any children, no wife. That's what scares me the most. You feel me? So we working on that. But I gotta go, man. Right now I'm at 8%. So we gotta keep it there, man. I'm about to go to sleep soon. Try to go sleep early so we can lose weight. Wake up tomorrow. Work. I'm gonna run tomorrow. We're gonna do some running. I gotta get my legs back in shape. I'm losing it. My legs getting skinny and shit. You guys have a good night. I got 80% left on my phone. I gotta keep, and I gotta watch some of my shows before I go to sleep. Some of my Thailand shows. You know, sometimes I'll be going over to the incel community watching their videos and shit. You know, some of that shit be funny as hell, dog. That's why I'll be watching it, man. You know, I can't really watch